What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in this series, I've done 100 run of a specific dungeon, in this case, Shadowfang Keep. And once I'm done with my 100 runs, I make these videos showing you guys the route of the dungeon that I personally choose, why I choose it, and then we go through and take a look at all the loot that I've gotten from doing this 100 times. So before we dive into that, big thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. It really does mean a lot to me. If you don't have it yet, make sure to use the discount code DRAGONFLIGHT and you'll find it linked down below. And just know that whenever the next patch or expansion comes out, you get free updates. Like I update the gold guide for every patch and expansion for free, so you just got to get it once and you have a lifetime of an always updated gold guide. So this is one of those dungeons where it's actually more efficiently to play a horde, because the role-playing segment after the first boss takes less time on a horde tune than an alliance tune. But what I do is I don't really care about looting these mobs because there's so much downtime after killing this first boss. Like, you have to kill him, and then you gotta wait for the wolf guy to go and open up the door. So as an alliance and as a horde even, you have got plenty of time to just walk back, loot up all the mobs, and then you can just walk and stand by the door. But you gotta wait for this guy to, like this pack leader, Ivor Bloodfang, to come and open up the door. So really frustrating part, that one. But on a horde tune, doesn't take you that long. The good thing about Shadowfang Keep, though, super short dungeon. I don't actually do the entire dungeon because I don't consider the time to be worth it. However, if you really care about lockouts, because you can only do 10 runs in an hour, and you want to maximize that, then sure, you want to run the entire dungeon. But I'm going to show you guys the point that I run to before I run out of the dungeon again. And like, the obvious question is, like, why would you farm Shadowfang Keep? Shadowfang Keep doesn't really have the correct loot table for BWE blues. That's considered world drops. So the only blue items that you're interested in are the ones that are specific to Shadowfang Keep. So you can, for instance, get the item Shadowfang, right? Like the actual weapon Shadowfang, which has on most realms a really good price. You can see on my full pop realm, it's 314k. Region market value is 368k. You can also get stuff like Gloom Shroud, hard to get, but they're really expensive. I've sold a bunch of these, but I've never sold it for market value. You can get Necrology robe as well. That's a unique item, really good one. The best item that you want to get is the Duskbringer. The Duskbringer, I sold my last one for 1 million gold. These do really well. So there is a lot of like high-end blue items that can drop in Shadowfang Keep. There's also some minor valued blue items that's decent enough, but they're not going to make you filthy rich. And make sure to open up all the chests as well, as chests have a high chance of containing blue items. I'm not looting the mobs or picking up chests when I'm doing this run, because in this run I just want to show you guys the route that I personally do. But I already have a loot from 100 runs in my bags. But yes, normally I would always loot as I go, right? Besides from the part before the first boss. So last time I did loot from 100 Shadowfang Keep runs, I did get the Duskbringer, so naturally it was a really good outcome. It had like a 2 million gold market value, so I made a fortune on those 100 runs. I also got some other minor decent items, but the Duskbringer alone was like worthwhile the 100 runs, because doing 100 runs doesn't take you 10 hours. It takes you 10 hours in terms of like dungeon lookouts, but you can easily knock out 10 runs in like half an hour, right? So effective time farming in those 100 runs is 5 hours. So just on that Duskbringer alone, it was 200,000 gold an hour effective. So make sure you go into melee range on these gargoyles as well, so you actually can pull them, and so they're killable. I've received a lot of good items from those gargoyles. And then this is the point where I'm soon going to jump out of the dungeon. This is another potential chest spawn right here. And then you have another potential chest spawn under the staircase right here. But now you have two options. You can either do like I'm doing and run out of the dungeon, or you can walk up here and continue to kill the last 2 bosses. There's very few ads, and there's only 2 bosses, so that's why I don't consider it worth my time. Like, the amount of time it takes to get those couple extra loot tables is not worth my time. It's much faster to just walk back, jump over the fence, and reset the dungeon, because I care about like maximizing the amount of kills that I get an hour, rather than caring about like doing the full runs, even though you got plenty of time to do so. But I would much rather do these runs efficiently, fast, and then go and farm something else otherwise. But now, the loot that I got this time. Now, as I said, the last time I did this was absolutely insane. Dustbringer saved me. This time, absolute garbage. It really was. Now, I saved these shoulders just to show you guys that I keep them. Like, these, right now, the prices are really bad on them, at least on my realm, but they have a unique appearance. They're usually very easy to sell, like white shoulders, so I've already sent a lot of these over to my bank tunes and sold them, because they drop left and right. They're quite easy to get, but yeah, check the prices at least on these, because they tend to have a good sell rate and a good enough value for you to post them on the auction house. Then I got myself 2 Buccaneers vest, which have always, historically speaking, had a high sell rate. Common used transmog. Right now, they're only 100 gold each, which is unbelievably low. It's at the point where I should just buy all of these out and reset them. I got 1 Mind Trust Bracer, which is a specific item to Shadowfang Keep. I got 1 Starsight Tunic, which is a world, like a world drop. It's not specific to Shadowfang Keep. Same thing with this staff. It's not really that good. And then I got the Night Watch Short Sword as well. I got the Guillotine Axe, which is a Shadowfang specific item, but it shares the same appearance as a grey and a white axe, so it's kind of bad. I got double Black Malice, which they're not really that good. And then I got 4 Face Smasher, which is a unique drop from Shadowfang Keep. No shared appearances, but they're too easy to get, so they're quite bad. Now, the total market value of everything from these 100 runs is at 430,000 gold, because it values the Face Smashers at a total of 187,000 gold, like 4 of them, and 1 Guillotine Axe is 125,000 gold, which, well, it's only 12,000 on my realm. So if I change the settings on my bag appraiser to minimum buyout, which is literally the prices on my realm, we're looking at 67,000 gold. Like, and that includes the potion treasure, the potion of treasure find that I have in the bag as well, at 15 of those at 2,000 gold. So extremely bad. I can honestly say I have never, I don't think so at least, so don't quote me on it, but I don't think I've ever in like my 8-9 years of doing YouTube videos and loot from 100 runs, have received as low amount of total gold as I did from these 100 Shadowfang Keep runs. This is absolutely horrible, but still had to make a video on it because it's important to be transparent and show that it is possible to do something for 10 hours, 100 runs, and make close to no gold whatsoever. So with that being said, that was pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of you guys back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.